My name's Louise Nixon and welcome to Hugh News. So, Inspirational Women's Week. I think it's one of my most enjoyable weeks in our academic calendar. So everyone, I hope at some point through this week will be involved in Inspirational Women's Week, and I'm just going to quickly kind of go through a couple of things that will be happening. So on Monday is our inspirational talks around women in history and how far have we come, or have we come far enough? So those talks will be held over in the University Centre. They're every hour, and we've got availability for up to 60 learners. So on Monday, it's our History of Women, How Far Have We Come? So from Tuesday, Wednesday and Thursday, we have a number of amazing inspirational guest speakers coming in, from detectives to lawyers to solicitors, from women that work within the charitable sector. So that's really, really exciting, and I know you're in for a fantastic treat. And just that opportunity to sit in front of an inspirational woman who is making a difference, or it could be the fact that they're in an industry that's normally not quite related to a female kind of sector. For example, we've got a young engineer coming in to speak to our building services, construction and engineering students. Even if it's not exactly tied to your curriculum, don't let this opportunity pass you by. Sometimes these talks can literally inspire and move us forward and give us a clear path of what we want to do. I know you'll have a brilliant week. I know you'll be the best you always are, and enjoy all of these guests that are going to be coming in next week. The whole point of our Inspirational Women's Week is not only to inspire, but it's also this year to support and raise awareness. So we will always try and add on any additional things that we feel you as a cohort of learners need to know or need support with. So on top of our inspirational guest speakers, we also have a series of mental health for women talks and events happening. And this is thanks to our amazing link with our NHS Life Rooms. So thank you for the ladies that are going to come in to do those sessions. Inspirational Women's Week, as I've already talked about, is about all these fantastic guest speakers that we have got coming in, or we support you with your mental health, or lots and lots of things. And a lot of these women are high-enders in their fields and things like that. And some of them are accountants and lawyers and detectives. What about the inspirational heroes that walk our corridors every single day? And these are the women I feel, and we felt as a college, that sometimes get unrecognised. They are those gorgeous ladies down in Costa. Those ladies that serve us our lunches, our breakfasts, and sometimes even our dinners. They're the ladies that process your application forms to make sure that you have a place here at the college. They are the ladies in HR that make sure that we get the right staff to be interviewed, to be put in front of you for you to start college in September. They're the cleaners, they're the care team. So we've put a little montage together for all of those inspirational women that get totally unrecognised sometimes, but without them, we would not be able to run this college. Thank you, ladies. Please take a moment to watch this little video. And finally, on Friday of this week sees our Inspirational Women's Nomination Celebration. I think I've alluded in previous weeks that thank you so much. We had over 260 nominations this year. So 13 of those nominations have been chosen and will be recognised. It's a wonderful event. It starts with a lunch in our unbelievable L20 restaurant, and then over the road there is a celebration. We've got a Sing Me Merseyside choir coming in. We have a keynote speaker, which is the wonderful Ethna Brown. You're almost too young to remember Brookside, but she's quite an established Liverpool actress. And then we celebrate those women that have been chosen by you as students and by staff. It will be filmed, won't be live, but it will be shown on social media. So unfortunately, I think it's the hottest ticket in town this year. So those that aren't able to attend due to the fact that we're limited on numbers, please look out on social media. It's a wonderful event, and you will hear the reasons behind those nans, friends, cousins, fellow peers and staff have been nominated as Inspirational Women. We also want to raise awareness this week as well. It's not a comfortable subject. It's not really a subject we all want to talk about, but we really need to raise awareness about sexual harassment. There's recently been a survey held by the government, and the shocking statistics that have come from that have forced the government to do something about it, and it's a very clear message that within education we have a duty to raise awareness around sexual harassment. So what we've done is we reached out to our already, I feel, inspirational female staff that work in this college, and I asked for anybody that was willing to share a lived experience, or any member of staff that was willing to go on camera and simply state some facts. Thank you for those women that came forward. We are now about to show you those videos. They're not comfortable. They're quite sad. But they're really, really, really important. Take a moment to watch and to listen. If you're affected in any way by watching these videos, at the end of each piece, there is information about who and where you can contact if you do need support. Sexual harassment is not a comfortable conversation at all, but it's an important one, and we all need to be having it. Once again, thank you for everyone that's going to be involved this week in Inspirational Women's Week. You really are all an inspiration. Thank you.
Don't touch, grab, or grope, or hit. No one ever asks for it.
85% of women aged 18 to 24 and 64% of women of all ages reported that they had received unwanted sexual attention in public places.
Don't hide, speak out.
Sexual harassment includes a range of actions, from verbal abuse to sexual assault.
Blame the rapist for rape, not the victim.
Recent research shows that in the last year alone, almost 4 in 10 women have experienced sexual harassment in the workplace.
Stop judging yourself.
Looking good is not a crime. Rape is.
It's not your fault.
Our body is not your property.
Don't be ashamed of your story. It will inspire others.
I have decided to come forward and share my experience of childhood abuse with you to offer support and hope. I am a survivor, not a victim, and this is my experience, not my story. I deliberately choose the word experience rather than story, as story can make it seem like there is an element of make-believe, that it didn't really happen. This happened to me. When I was a child, I was raped by a stranger on school premises. It has taken many years for me to say this out loud to anyone other than my closest family circle and friends. Whilst this happened many years ago, the memory remains vivid, but now I have more control over the memory. If you are in a similar position or are struggling with a recent experience, my best advice to you is that it is absolutely your right to decide who to tell, when to tell, what to tell, how to tell it, where to tell it, and why you are telling it. I did my best to conceal what had happened to me for several weeks, as my attacker threatened that he would come back and really hurt me, and I believed that he would. My parents realised that something was wrong, and eventually I told them, but not all the details. Even at such a young age, I knew that they would be upset if I told them everything, and I felt guilty and ashamed. I hadn't screamed or fought my attacker. Too often, people who have never been through this experience announce that they wouldn't let it happen to them. They would scream, fight, run straight out and tell the authorities and hunt down the attacker. No one knows how they will react until they are in the situation, and even if it were to happen to them again, they might react differently each time. Do not judge. It's hard to scream and fight when you are frightened for your life. We do not have to justify why we did not react this way. Not very long ago, I received the best advice ever from a counsellor, and only wish that someone had given me this advice when I was younger. She told me to imagine I was giving advice to myself as the child who had just been through this experience, and she asked me what I would say. I thought about this carefully before answering and heard my grown-up self say, "It is not your fault. The guilt and shame are his. This will not define you. You will not let it." My experience happened before most of you were born. There had been no safeguarding training for staff, and too many topics were taboo. My class teacher never asked why I'd been gone so long, and I certainly didn't feel able to tell her. Here at Hugh Baird, we have amazing support systems in place, with well-trained, caring staff, willing and able to support you through the hard times. You do not need to deal with things on your own. I only wish that I had had this support available when I was in school. Thank you for listening.